Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to the first episode of The Beautiful Verdict. This is a new project I'm launching and trying out, so bear with me. I'm your host, Arthur, and today I'm going to be diving into the latest updates, some injury reports, and I'm going to give my predictions on the weekend ahead in the Premier League. As I said, bear with me. This is the first for me, something I've always wanted to try out though. I have no studio space, this is just me and my iPad, so yep, hope it goes well, hope you enjoy. So, first up, I want to talk about a monumental moment for Everton fans. The Toffees recently unveiled their brand new Brownlee Moor Docks Stadium, the 52,888-seater stadium, the 7th largest in the Premier League. Recently hosted 10,000 lucky supporters in a ballot for an under-18s friendly against Wigan. State-of-the-art venue, it cost over 750 million, is set to replace the historic Goodison Park after 132 years. Not only will it be Everton's new fortress, but it's also pipped to host some Euro 2028 matches, and it's also expected to inject a whopping 1.3 billion into the local economy. I, for one, as a neutral, will be sad to see Everton leave Goodison. I think it's fantastic how you have two iconic stadiums just across Stanley Park, but I do understand business side of things, more seats, more revenue, and I must say it looks fantastic. It may have been a dark, freezing Monday evening on the banks of the Mersey, but Evertonians seem to enjoy it, and yeah, it looks magnificent. Now I want to shift focus slightly and talk about some rising stars, and I want to focus and highlight Ethan Nwaneri to begin with, who made headlines at 15 years old a couple of years back as the Premier League's youngest debutant. Now 17 with 7 goals and an assist this season. He's really stepped up and filled the gap of Bukayo Saka in his injury, and in all, with Arsenal's injury crisis, their front three is out for the majority, if not all of the season. There's plenty of opportunity for Nwaneri to continue his form. And also at left back with Miles Lewis-Skelly, they both demonstrated such maturity beyond their years, I believe. And fantastic last weekend at Leicester with Ethan's assist, Miles Lewis-Skelly's crucial goal line clearance, and like I said, they're both playing well beyond their years, and it's reported that Thomas Tuchel is considering them for the England squad, which I think is personally fantastic. And even if they wouldn't play for England, if they're just around the camp getting that valuable experience, I think it's testament to Arteta for giving them such an opportunity, and the senior players at Arsenal. And it reminds me of when Bukayo Saka made a break at Arsenal under Unai Emery at left wing back in the Europa League, and now look at him. So I think it's fantastic. Injuries in all really for Arsenal are a crisis, and a few Arsenal fans I've spoken to have said they've sort of handed the title, or one hand on the title, for Liverpool. Should they have signed a striker? Should they not have signed a striker? That's a debate for all. Injuries, yeah, for the rest of the league, Liverpool's defence have taken another hit with Gomez is out with a hamstring injury. Manchester United's camp isn't faring much better. 12 first-team players out, including Kobbie Mainoo and Amad Diallo, and Ruben Amorim is feeling a bit of pressure now coming off their defeat from Tottenham at the weekend. So I want to move on now to talk about, I'm going to bring in an insight from Ollie. Now, Ollie's a Chelsea fan, and let's hear what he has to say.
Hello mate, this is my current views on Chelsea at the moment, coming from a massive Chelsea fan. Obviously there is a massive underlying issue at the club at the moment with the board, Mr. Ogbali and Mr. Bowley. I don't think they're running the club correctly, personally, and that's because that's why we've organised a protest next Tuesday. But on the pitch, It's not looking good. Let's just say 2 defeats away at Brighton 2 weeks in a row isn't obviously the bounce you want to go into with a tough run of fixtures to come up before the end of the season, especially a club wanting Champions League football. But we got our next 2 games: Aston Villa away and Southampton at home. Aston Villa away, I'm not too hopeful for it, to be honest. I think I'll take a point out there, but Southampton at home, we absolutely have to smash them because they're rubbish. Absolutely smash them. But hopefully Chelsea will be back soon and hopefully grabbing that 4th position for the Champions League, as I believe 3 of them have already been taken by Nottingham Forest, Arsenal and Liverpool, in my opinion.
It's a really interesting one, and thank you, Ollie, for your insight there. I think, Chelsea fans have got every reason to be frustrated with the amount of money they've spent since the takeover a couple of years ago, over £1 billion in transfers. Chelsea have just struggled to perform consistently, with failing to qualify for the Champions League, little improvement in the Premier League. The managerial instability. Personally, I think Maresca is the right man. I think they've got to stick with him and be patient. It's a tough one. Bit of lack of direction. I think Ollie's saying there with Todd Boehly in charge. It's a tough one. I'd love to hear more from Chelsea fans there, and they started the season really well. I think they've just got to focus on getting that top 4, that 4th spot there, because it does look like the top 2 are fairly dead in the water. Liverpool and Arsenal. It's a fight between Forest and City. I can see Forest getting that, I think, and Chelsea. I think they've just got to push for that 4th spot and go again in the summer, really, and not specifically splash out. I mean, they've spent all this money. Stick with what you got. And just go from there. But yeah, thank you, Ollie, for your input. And let's move on to the upcoming fixtures this weekend in the Premier League. So let's see what we've got. So coming up at the upcoming fixtures, Liverpool, at the time of recording this, are on their way to play Aston Villa this evening. I think that will be could be a challenge from Villa at Villa Park. Will Liverpool maintain their momentum despite the recent injuries? This weekend, Man United will travel to Goodison Park with David Moyes' 4 wins in 5 since taking over again. I think that Everton are on a bit of a roll here. I think it could be a tough one, especially with United's current form and their injury. This could be a really interesting match. Sunday, now Manchester City, Liverpool, another big fixture there. Could be pivotal in the league, in the title run. Arsenal host West Ham on Saturday. I think that should be a win for the Gunners. So my predictions: Liverpool, Villa, Liverpool. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Liverpool there. United, Everton. I'm going to back Everton for a 1-0 win here. I think David Moyes has done well since taking over. They're on a bit of momentum here. The draw against Liverpool last week. I'm going to go for a 1-0 Everton win. Sorry, Man United fans. Liverpool City on Sunday. It's a tough one. City's form. I haven't really spoken about City here, but yeah, Liverpool. Again, it's at the Etihad. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw, and that might be me being hopeful. As an Arsenal fan, it might be me being a bit hopeful here, keeping the title race open. But yeah, I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. Fixtures are piling up now. Might be tough for Liverpool. Yeah, 2-2. Arsenal, West Ham, Saturday. I'm going to back us for a 3-0 win. 3-0 win. And that's without a striker. We're going to put Mikel Merino up front again after his 2 goals at Leicester last weekend. That's my predictions. Thank you. First of all, that's a wrap on my first episode. I hope you enjoyed my sort of blend of news and insights. Please leave a review, message me, leave a like if you can, and let me know what you thought. Like I said, this is a new thing for me, but something I'm trying out. More should be coming. I want to invite some guests on and have some interesting discussions, not just about the Premier League, but football in general, European football. And yes, I've got some interesting things planned, some exciting things. So yeah, I'll keep you posted, and thank you very much for listening. Cheers.